It's in a garden.
That was violent, wasn't it? I usually finish about anywhere between 4 o'clock at night and 6 o'clock, and then we're living on site, especially just now. I'll nip out after, just before Fletcher's bedtime. Jessie already, my youngest, will already be in bed. Me and Fletcher will nip out in the gator. We'll check the moistures in the greens. If there's any, usually if it's beyond doubt, like tonight we won't bother because it's rained today, so during dry spells I need to go out and check everything so I can make up that watering programme for the night, whether it's fairways and approaches one night. That would be 4 mil, would use our entire tank of water up, so if I make that decision they'll go on. It makes a map of the course, of the actual green. So then it's basically just saying that it's actually too wet, so we don't need to water just now. Oh, it's not that hard, is it? You sell that for a few quid next month. If it's too dry, it'll give reds and browns, and you'll know exactly where to water. But we just come out at night just to kind of give ourselves an idea as to. So yeah, every night the moisture meter will tell us exactly how much water we need to put on, and then I check the weather to see when the best time is to put that on, and for the tee sheet for the next day, and then just quickly plan the next day, and then that's me for the day. That's a normal kind of setup, and what I would usually do. It involves a lot, so it's a long day.
I used to fertilise here, and I used to hit driver over the corner and then lose my ball in like this 1 metre wide band of like fertilised.
It's it doesn't kind of hit you all at once because it's a slow builder. It's been growing since March, so you don't kind of come in and have any shocks. But I'm very excited about it. Yeah, apprehensive. What can go wrong? Do you know what? With that question, I think I'm a very positive person. I don't know if I'd want to look as to what could go wrong. Let's look at what can go right. There's a lot of things that can go right, so that's probably the way I would rather have that outlook than thinking negatively. Typical morning, always take the dog out in the morning quickly. My youngest dog, Susie, she gets a wee run out. She can chase the pigeons away. Susie, get the pigeons. Here pup, come on, off again. Just having a look at the green. We kind of check for disease, not that we would usually find any at this time of year. And then we'll come back. So I'll change jobs on the board after seeing the course conditions in the morning. And then my first assistant and deputy, Paul and Chris, will come in about 1:45 and we'll have a quick chat and we'll talk them through any changes that I've made on the board. If you wanted, you can flag them or whatever, or you can make a note of them and Peter can put them up with irrigation. Yeah. Because I don't know if this rain will come at much. I don't trust it at all, in fact. It says 7:40, it's gonna be quite wet, but it's looking like it'll pass in an hour, which isn't enough time for you to get a good soak in your. And either one or three of us, there's never really a regime to it. Whoever feels like going to speak to the team. It's going to be quite wet today, I think, from 20 to 8 for an hour. So we've had a wee change about, but it doesn't look like we're going to get as much as I think, but après voir.
Pete, if you and Chris can change the holes, yeah? If Ben, Ad and Denny, if you can do the fairways with boxes on, and we'll get the trailer out for you.
Never tie myself down to changing holes, cutting fairways, cutting greens. It's not a wise decision for a course manager, links manager to do that. You need to always be available because you're getting phone calls left, right and centre.
Hello, Bledge.
Hi pal, you alright?
Not bad, you?
Can you help us out for a second?
Go on.
I need, there's a lorry stuck over at the Muni. Oh, I might already be signed out. So I hit it again. There's a lorry stuck over at the Muni, and like our tractor will probably not pull it out. It's only 40 horsepower. Have you got anyone free that could nip down there and pull him a couple of metres?
Right. Yeah, is it, what's he got to pull it with?
It'll be non-stop, and that's, you know what you're getting into when you take on a job like this, and I guess that's why you take it on, for the love of championship golf and the buzz of it. It's good being able to do things like this, you know. It subjects you to a lot more things you wouldn't usually get at an average golf course, and I guess that's why we do it. You get a certain buzz out of it. Struggling a little bit with the drought. It's literally never rained for 6 weeks, so when you get this close to an open and it was as brown as what it was, it can get a bit worrying. But 2 good spells of rain the last 2 weekends. She's bounced back to life. We've got wetting agent wall to wall throughout the whole site. So the second it does rain, the water clings to the soil and it makes the best use of it, and it bounces back instantly. I mean, there literally was paths that were pure brown last week that are now green again, so. And relax. It certainly takes the stress off when there's a bit of rain. I think every greenkeeper will tell you that. Nice and even as well. You would literally, I mean, we get 4 mil of rain today across the whole site. If we were paying for that, you'd probably pay about 1,200 quid for that if you were paying water rates. So it's a gift. So this morning, same script as usual. For the greens, chip and green 4 and 17, just wait at them. We're going to pre-stimp them. Peter and Rob, it's cutting the 6. Can you take a stiff brush out with you?
Copy that. So just.
But yeah, final practice day, boys, and then finally into tournament days, which I don't know about you, but I can't wait to get into it because I've had enough of practice days now. So excellent, well done, boys. Tonight we'll do bunker top side, yeah. It's a good ride. Never had that one.
If we drive through here, I can say this is part of the open that you don't see. It's all, we're going essentially behind the scenes here, so.
Where is it?
So this is smack bang in the middle of the golf course. So this is kind of the area of the open that the general public or the spectators don't see. So this is essentially behind the scenes of all the marquees and all the catering pavilions and the open shop that we're really in the depths of it now. So you've got fridges everywhere, you've got the recycling bins everywhere, and this is a contractors area that everything gets stored ready for kind of the next day's play.
So what's your job then?
So my job this morning is to repaint the the hole cups out on the golf course. So the 4 practice days, so starting on Sunday, 2 of the 4 days we change the holes, and all 4 days we paint the holes. So essentially we're just going out to kind of repair any damaged paintwork from yesterday's practice round. Just coming past the start of the 16th fairway now. Heading down past Little Eye. Big grandstand.
My name is Peter Lewis. I'm Senior Greenkeeper and Irrigation Technician here at Royal Liverpool Golf Club. We maintain high standards throughout the year for members and visitors alike. The Open's a little bit different, I'd say, in the regards to the intensity of everything, the frequency of cut across all surfaces. Also the magnitude of the event nowadays with all the infrastructure that you see around. It's a lot bigger this time than it was in 2014. This will be my 3rd Open that I've done now, the last one being here at Hoylake and then the one at Birkdale in 2017. So no, pretty spectacular to be part of the event and everything that's been going on. My role this week has been changing holes, along with Ben Williams, who's been painting.
So I'm Ben Williams and I work at Dale. I'm the course manager at Royal Cinque Ports Golf Club. So I volunteered at the Open, so the previous course manager at Royal Cinque Ports was James Bledge, so I came up to volunteer to help Bledge out and to experience my first major championship. So I've never done a major tournament in that respect before. I've done PGA Tour tournaments and I've done European Tour events, but never a major, so I wanted to kind of see what it was all about, in all honesty, and to kind of catch up with some old colleagues and meet some new faces as well. So yeah. So my job this week, I've been painting the new holes. So I've been partnered with Peter Lewis, who is the Senior Greenkeeper and Irrigation Technician at Royal Liverpool. So Pete's been cutting the holes this week and he's been holding my hands whilst I've been painting the holes. So yeah, it's been really good fun. But quite a pressurised job as well, because it feels like the world's media's had its eyes on us this week. Everywhere we've turned, we've had a camera in our face. So we've got another one now. One thing about my role that you wouldn't know, I actually had to borrow a paintbrush out of James Bledge's craft set this week.
Benny, that's Benny. Yeah. Benny, you touch up the white. Yeah. Just have you got that paintbrush still?
Chicken!
What's your full name?
Fletcher.
Fletcher what?
Bledge.
How old are you, Fletcher Bledge?
8.
Where are we, Fletcher Bledge?
Hoylake, the Open.
At the Open? What's the Open?
The biggest golf tournament in the world. I'm the Lynx manager's son. Do you know who my dad is?
No, who's your dad? It's not Tommy
The
Fleetwood, is
Lynx
it?
manager.
Is he? Wow. He's done a good job, hasn't he?
Yeah.
What's he been doing here then?
He's been telling the greenkeepers what to do and make the course better.
Wow, he's done a great job. And I like this hole. It's a nice hole, this one. A bit tricky, isn't it?
I like the view.
You like the view?
Yeah.
Which is your favourite hole?
This one.
This one, number 17?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I hope we get to see some good
The
players.
Little Eye.
Yeah? The Little Eye, did you say?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
What do you think about the course?
I think the course is lovely.
Can we jump on the bean bags now?
You can jump on the beach.
Yay! Ow.
4 days of practice and a really great year and a half for me leading up to the moment I've been waiting for years for. So thanks everyone for all the support leading up to this. It means the world, the team, all my friends, parents. The general feedback from today, I spoke to a few of the players. Richie Ramsey told me the best presented bunkers he's ever seen, ever, in any tour event he's ever played. And he told me that with a straight face, so well done for all you that's done that, really great. And there's been I've seen folks send me some videos of what they've been saying about the course, so it's really come together nicely, and the weather was great today and it showed it off for at least one day. We'll see what happens. So tonight, long day yesterday, and with that, couldn't believe how dark it was last night actually when that last group finished. Couldn't see a thing. Crazy. It was a long round, but the feedback on the course was super. From the television, really good. Especially my friend Paul Azinger, who's put it all over social media that it was my idea to do the bunkers like that, which is great, but the bunkers are super still. Nice and penal, which I believe is the best thing for them.
Tell me about the bunkers.
Talking about the world's biggest golf championship, we're talking about the world's best players. They know where the bunkers are. They know where not to hit the ball and where to hit it. We've had a couple of unlucky incidences where the ball's trapped right under the face, and yeah, you've probably had to pop back in the middle of the bunker, or you've had to go out sideways, but I don't think it's that bad. Maybe a few of them were thought to be a bit too penal, so there was a tiny ball put in them just to release the ball straight back from the face a few inches. But greenkeepers do these things all the time. It's not a big deal, and it's not like we're admitting that we've made the wrong choice. It's just a little adaptation, like it would be if you were to drop the height of the greens or raise the height of the greens. It's just a wee course setup change. I think the most exciting part about it is having 3 apprentices on the team from Prestwick, Kings Lynn and Abbey Hill down in Milton Keynes. What a great opportunity for these youngsters to come in. One of them was actually on ITV News being interviewed about this opportunity here when they found out about that. So that's, for me, the fact that he's excited about that is a huge buzz. And he'll get to meet all these top guys. He'll get to meet John McLaughlin from Wallasey, who's like renowned as one of the best in the business for his man management, and Lee Struck from Cabot Cliffs, who's probably the most qualified greenkeeper in the world. He'll be rubbing shoulders with them. They'll have a great opportunity to pick their brains and see what they got out of the industry and how they can further their career.
My name is Gregory Compton. I work at Kings Lynn Golf Course down in Norfolk. I got into greenkeeping around November 21, so yeah, just under 2 years. Yeah, it's a completely new experience to me. I got into greenkeeping because I was researching it. Obviously I love the outdoors, and I know that's the easy answer to say, but I just saw all the opportunities and all the, like, every single day is you can learn something new, and like there's so many opportunities to things like traveling, going to work at the best courses in the world. Like, everything's there for you if you just put in the hard work. Yeah, I volunteered because it's just a great opportunity. Having the opportunity to be this close to the best players in the world, to work at a golf course of this level is just crazy. Like, and just being able to speak to some of the guys who are like top leading industry professionals. Like, it's just crazy, like learning about their experiences, where they've come from, what they did to sort of get to where they are now. James Bledge, the course manager, set out a competition on Twitter. There was like 5 or 6 questions, sort of about this place, my experiences, like what's my favourite piece of equipment that I use at my course, and then yeah, sort of fun things like we're going to have a party on the end of Sunday night. What sort of music would you play and why? I think I'd put something like Candy Stanton, Young Hearts Run Free, because it's just a banger, isn't it? Like, it just gets the party started. But yeah, and then like more serious things like what equipment that you use, such as I put a Procore, because you actually see what you're doing, and you actually see the effects of what you're doing to the green and how you're going to make it better instantaneously. Yeah. So I'm part of the bunker team. I think there's 6 of us, and it's just basically maintaining the bunkers. So course setup such as like raking, clearing the faces, making sure there's no stones, debris in there. And then at the end of play, we'll go back out, again, like brush the faces, get rid of any sand there, like just tidy, just making sure that they're perfect for the pros out there.
I'm Graham Roberts and I'm Deputy Course Manager at Hailing Golf Club. So I got into greenkeeping because I was brought up on a golf course. My dad was a course manager, he was in a family of golfers as well, so he became a greenkeeper. I was brought up actually at North Middlesex Golf Club to start with, and then moved down to Hankton Common Golf Club, where I spent my entire childhood growing up there, so the house that came on site with where he worked. You know, it started off, again, like a childhood sort of thing. Like, my dad used to love watching golf, so I'd watch it with him. Because he was a greenkeeper, he'd get the industry magazines and he would see all of these articles about the Open, the Masters, the PGA, and certainly in the industry magazines you would see these articles about the greenkeepers doing it, and I sort of thought, like when I was younger and starting in my apprenticeship and that, it was a case of, wow, you know, I'd love to visit these courses and see just how much goes into doing it. Then it was a case of, you know, I actually got the opportunity to do it while working out in America, and I just got bitten by the bug with it. You know, if you're going to volunteer at a tournament, you know, in the whole essence of volunteering, you're giving up your own time to do it, and if you're going to give up a week of your own time to volunteer, you've got to be passionate at what you do. So you go to this amazing golf course, an amazing tournament, surrounded by like-minded people. It's just an amazing opportunity to learn and network, as well as gain the experience of working at a top golf course, presenting it to the world's media for the best players in the world. So if I sort of shortlisted it, it's probably about, I think I'm near 20 tournaments in total. I've done the US Open at Pinehurst 2014, US Open Chambers Bay the year after, PGA Championship Whistling Straits, 3 Scottish Opens at Castle Stewart, the Ryder Cup at Hazeltine, this week at Royal Liverpool, Dunhill Cup at Kings Barnes, Quail Hollow, the Wells Fargo Championship now, at the time it was the Quail Hollow Championship, the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. So yeah, the list sort of goes on, but every time you go to these events, you're meeting either other guys from other venues that are being sent there to gain experience, or they're scouting out for other people they can then volunteer. So it's like a snowball effect. You go to one event, you meet some guys, you get talking about what you're doing, what they're doing, and before you know it, you've got yourself an invite, or certainly a contact that if you want to go to another golf course and help out, you can do that too, and that's just exactly what happened. So this week my main job is mowing greens. I'm paired up with another guy, Sam, so we're assigned a number of greens across the course. I think it's 5 teams of us in total, and what we'll do at the moment is we're cutting the green, we'll then wait for the R&A to come through, they'll do a stimp reading on it, and depending on what their target speed is for the day, they will then make the decision whether they want us to give the green another cut or whether we move on to the next one. And then our afternoon jobs, not that's necessary now, but we were mowing greens in the afternoon, but now we're just generally helping out either with getting bunkers prepped for the morning or divoting fairways with the rest of the guys.
Going on a bunker bend tour. where we're going. It's actually not too bad. I was worried that we hadn't made the beds. Now you can see the difference between my bunker bin and everyone else is it's been decorated with a team that I loathe very, very much. But they're, I've stayed in worse accommodation, to be honest. Very practical, got everything we need, and single bed, obviously. En suite. And being a plumber to trade, we've got adequate water pressure and a decent shower. So what more can we ask for? It's a bit of no frills, but yeah, just what we need. You just got to acclimatise to your partner that snores beside you, and it does get a bit humid in here in the mornings, so the door gets open very, very quickly. But yes, my good friend Mr. Bledge decorated my room with posters, so it's for added comfort, should we say. So it's good, but yeah, don't need any more. I wasn't expecting it to be like this at all. Didn't know what to expect really, but I'd say they've excelled in the accommodation. So I wish there was more to show. It's yeah, that's about it.
Morning. But we're outside last night. Just checking how much rain there was. It was 11.2 since we left. So I'm going to just fire out and have a quick look, please. I might go around the corner actually, Tom. Just because the puddle, the only puddle of the whole course is on that nice path. So I'll give us an idea of over the face this morning. I think she'll be alright though. It's amazing, just so dry still. All that rain. No noise under your feet at all. We got a snail on the green. Just saved our life. Good. Good to go. Thank God. I worried this morning that after all that rain last night that there would be maybe a wee puddle and that's around, but the only puddle on the whole golf course is usually down there, and I can see the reflection on it already, so I squeegee on that.
Standing water?
Yeah, well, just the rain intensity was quite bad last night at one point. I mean, it's 3:30 in the morning just now, but like about midnight it was chucking down about 11.5 mil like in a space of a couple of hours. But she's taking it really well. Yeah, I give Grant a wee text just to put his mind at rest before he comes to work. Looks like everyone's pretty exhausted here, and I certainly am, but it has been a great success. Well, actually, I didn't even bother putting a new share this morning because I think we're that much in a groove now that we're all good with everything. I don't have anything to say when it comes to any of the jobs changing this morning at all. I think that's it for me, really. It feels quite weird that this is it. After day 2, I think I was just thinking how we were going to get through this, because it's 8 days of the exact same intensity. But we're here and I'm chuffed to pieces. I'm chuffed to pieces with every single one of you, with the effort you've put in. It's really blown me away. I hope we've made some new friends here in this tent with the volunteers, the open support courses guys and my team. So proud of every one of you, and I know you're all proud of each other. Denny, where are you? You're organising the night out tonight, is that right? Yeah, so armbands, accreditation, see if you can get folk to buy you drinks. Oh yeah, I'm a greenkeeper. I almost don't think it could have gone better, but the team are really happy. There's Mummy coming across, look, wave at her. And there's a lot of folk having a great time. I was really looking forward to a long line Monday, but I've got to go down to the beach and take a helipad off, and most of the team are going to be off on Monday, so I guess I'll be doing that, but it won't be a 3 o'clock rise on Monday. I'm looking forward to having a rest and maybe getting a little bit of my family life back. I feel like I've kind of deserted them pair and Jessie like a little bit over the last wee while, but they're completely understanding of it all. It comes with the territory, there's no issue. But,
what a magnificent golf links. The presentation of the course has been extraordinary, and I would like to congratulate James Bledge and all his team for their expertise.
The last year and a half, the time working up to it, all the volunteers are been unbelievable. They've all absolutely loved it. They've made friends for life. They've learned loads. They're all running about with big smiles on their face. They're going to go back to their jobs with new ideas and new friends and new contacts and maybe new motivations, which I think's super, especially the apprentices, the young apprentice lads. That's the biggest and most rewarding part for me, is the people side of it and what they get out of it. Not as much the turf. It's all, for me, it's all about the people enjoying the Open, watching the Open, watching it on the telly, enjoying the beers and watching it at home, and the staff and what they get out of it. It's as important as anything.
For 18th grade, when the claret jug was getting presented, man, I am so grateful to you and all these people. Thank you so much.
And that's a wrap.